Okay, welcome to Hearthstone University Credit Courses. That's me. That's my degrees.
Okay. Which is what?
And we're also going to be talking about credit courses and Hearthstone University. So two things. There's my degrees again. And I'm emphasizing those because why are we doing the credit courses? Credit courses are the first thing we're talking about. And we're trying to, as you saw in the advertisements, improve memory, attention, thinking, creativity, language, reasoning skills, self-esteem. You can rule the leaderboard, win prizes, but that's really just our way of saying the real motivation. You look here, it says, the Harvard Health blog, back to school, learning a new skill can slow cognitive aging. Lifelong learning has positive impact on brain health and aging. And as a librarian, I do cite my sources. This is from Neuroimage Clinical, 2021. And you look here, I found more infographics that I knew what to do with. Most of them had cute little pictures of brains and weights. But this one says, go mental. This one says, keep learning, keep your brain learning and engaging with new information. Mental workout. This one's hard to read, but that says learning down at the bottom there. So you got to grow your brain or else it does not continue to work as well. Dr. Ipsit Bahia of Harvard McLean Hospital said, new brain cell growth can happen even late into adulthood. The process of learning and acquiring new information and experiences, like through structured classes, can stimulate that process. The focus is not to earn a degree or even take multiple classes, but to focus on a class to keep mental activity thriving. And how do we do this? Well, there are two ways. And one, you could be here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, meditate with Louise. Thursday, you could head over to the lower level, do fitness equipment training. There are smiling fitness instructors. So researchers at the University of Chicago found that, quote, aerobic exercise led to both an increase in cell production in the hippocampus and increases in the amount of genetic information being encoded. What this tells us is that not only does the function of the brain improve, the cells themselves are better able to store information for learning and for memory. And that's way one, physical fitness. Way two is mental fitness. Enriched learning environments can also contribute to the survival of old cells and the production of new ones. In short, it is suggested that the more you exercise your brain, the more you will be able to maintain optimal brain function. And there's my research again. So, how else do we do this? Well, this is the brochure that's kind of been floating around for a while. Some of these classes are still happening. Of course, this one happened today, TouchTown 101. Conversations with a Cop, those happen first Tuesday of every month. The next one is going to be a CSI type thing, which should be interesting. But let's say you missed the last conversation with a Cop, or you missed this TouchTown presentation. Hello, viewers of the future. You can pick it up later on channel 370 or our YouTube channel and let me know and you'll get a credit for it. And a lot of you were at Yvonne's talk last week. This Pedicabber program has moved to actually tomorrow and May 5th. Just learning about it. You're not signing any contracts or anything like that. And a lot of you were at the Promise of Vision Restoration, which was an excellent program.
Did that get recorded?
It did get recorded. I'm actually processing it while I'm doing this presentation, so it's a busy day. So yeah, if you catch that one later, let me know, and I'll give you credit for it. So of course, learning is its own reward, but of course you get credit where credit is due. At 5 credits, you get a fancy dessert. At 10, you get a fancy meal. At 50, you get a fancy massage, which I think is pretty exciting. 100 credits becomes your associate's degree, and of course you can go on. You saw my degrees there. I have associates, I have bachelors, I have masters, and we'll end up getting you guys all that. So how do we choose these courses? How do the rewards get rewarded? Well, so far it's just been from my own fevered imagination, but if you join the credit course committee, and I believe Suzanne Rice might already be on that, who's in the back there, you can help determine those things. So you could say, oh, yeah, maybe dessert isn't the right thing, but we could do something different for the next quarter, something like that. Or you can say, yeah, the vision restoration was a good credit course, but we do, film discussions the last Wednesday of every month. Maybe those should be credit courses. So talk to me if you are interested in joining the committee. So far, I think we have 2 people, or 3 people. Any questions about the credit courses? That's part 1 of this presentation. No?
You will let us know which things qualify for that as we see them
Oh,
listed
yeah.
wherever.
Yep, as they're listed, they'll say CC or credit course.
I do
And-
have a question now.
Yes.
Okay, so if you take the 50 points
Uh-huh.
and get, what is it, ice cream or dessert or something?
Well, 5 points, you get a fancy dessert. 50 credits.
Okay,
you
so
get
do you
massage.
have to, I use 50 credit, I
Uh-huh.
had 55. Does
Uh-huh.
only 55 credits go into the next winning circle?
Yeah, it accumulates.
Oh, it
you'll-
does accumulate.
Yeah, right now I've got a leaderboard up and I've been out for the last few days, so I don't have everybody entered who was at the Vision Restoration Program or a few of the other programs, but right now Claudia is first with 5. So they don't rack up that quickly. You get a credit for every class you go to that's a credrit class,
And it's
if that
one
makes
credit
sense.
per class.
Yes, exactly.
what they are,
Yeah,
okay.
and there's no grades, there's no...
No
nothing.
papers.
No papers, it's all the fun parts of school.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. So this is the second part. Oh, were there questions, any more questions about the credit courses?
Nope, I don't.
Okay, good. So the second part is TouchTown 101. Learning about our free private gateway to your neighbors, news, activities, dining, TV, and what your community has to offer. So why would you ever want to do that? So one thing I wanted to show you really quickly
Okay.
is there's a really nice search function on TouchTown. Let's say you want to pick up the golf bag, get in one of our new trishaws, and walk down the street or cycle down the street and go play golf. Well, you've got 4 people you can play with. Let's say you're interested in playing some bridge. Some activities that are coming up. Oh, those are all happening at the bridge. But you can get a little more precise with that and search the resident directory for bridge. And you can see that Jackie, Don, Lai, Molly, Carol, and Marnie,
Those all people play bridge?
they all play bridge. And you could, pick up the phone and call Jackie or email her if her information's in there. Yep, looks like she has both. So you could, she was born in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 10 years. We have a lot to talk about. So you can see there's, you can find information out about people, find out who you have in common, who you have things in common with. And it can be a really nice way to build the community in that way.
Yep.
So it works on Firefox right now, but not on Chrome. Neat. Okay, so why would you want to go into TouchTown? It's one more thing. Who needs one more thing? Well, TouchTown, I think, is very useful to the community, and it's also very private, and it's also free. But it is only as good as critical mass. So once everybody here is using it, then you'll find each other. It'll be a much richer tool than it is. But from our end, we have gone to great pains to put things in here. This is activities. You can see there are 199 things coming up. I collapsed all of them, and now I'm opening up just Monday. You could have played ping pong over at the lower level, done Pilates over here. The poetry group met today, Tai Chi and meditation, and of course you can see here, TouchTown 101. Bring your own device and learn about your free, that looks familiar. Tomorrow, let's see what's going on then. Yoga, dance, lunch and learn with Professor Jake, a credit course. Ooh, that looks intriguing. And here he is talking about this, and it's on Zoom, so you can actually grab this Zoom number off of your device. And, just go to zoom.com, and then you can enter that meeting ID. It's not exactly...
Easier just to go to the chapel.
It is easier just to go to the chapel. But you can go ahead and put your meeting ID in here and then click join. Of course, it's not happening right now. So, and then we go back, and then you can look at announcements. There were things that are, in the elevators that, oh, you missed something. When are those booster clinics happening? What is the dining rotation? Hearing health clinic. All these different things. Bookmobile, which is happening Wednesday. Sequoia panel inspection, which is why things are slowed down for us right now. Oh, there's the leaderboard we were talking about. You can see all of our famous people so far. And of course, me nagging everybody to wear their mask. Another thing that we've just filled up is the dining menu. And you can see what's for dinner in just a little bit. It'll show the slide. And of course, you can see it's cabbage soup, lemon mustard chicken thigh, Israeli couscous pilaf. They're doing really good work lately. And what did I have for lunch? Which I just ate. Baked fish on a bun with tartar sauce and sweet potato tots. That was good. Okay, so anyway, that's the dining part. Documents. Lots of people really like this because you can see what's on the TV. You can see that with any of your boxes mostly. You can see the dining rotation. You can see the lunch announcement. You know, we put little documents having to do with, you know, like what do we do with lunch? This is all the information about lunch. So you can kind of get in there and look at it. And then we've got the library catalog over at the Lakeside building. And then people really like looking at the Spark. You can look at it online without grabbing the paper, which is nice. And it looks even better on a mobile device. You can expand, zoom out, zoom in. You can make it larger on the screen, so it takes up more of your screen. You can even download it, because it's a PDF. And then you can save it. Resident directory, this is what we want you guys to work on. And I have been in touch with each and every one of you with instructions on how to get into your resident directory. And many of you have done it, and many of you are here because you are working on it. I believe Therese has some stuff in there. Yes, she does.
I think I've been connected.
Yeah, so we're going to work on that today. Let's see, Don Bell, he's got his stuff in there. You can see he put his picture up there, his phone number, his extension, his biography, where he went to school. He's got a PhD. He loves bridge, choral singing, movies, reading, baseball. He was in the Air Force. So you can put as much or as little as you want in there. His wife, May, puts a little less in. And then...
And no picture.
And no picture. You know, it's totally up to you. And this is, again, this is not like Facebook where it's bought and sold by people. You know, it doesn't, no one cares. It's not going to have a ton of exposure, but it is going to be seen by your neighbors. And it's just a good little way of getting to know people. So you can see Rosemary put in some information, social work, Journey Christian Church, her phone number, so on and so forth. So that's what you're going to be working on. And then there's 17 of us in the staff directory. Of course, there are more, and we are working on expanding that. But let's say you wanted to get in touch with the dining room manager. Well, there's John, and you'd know just where to call him. One other thing I want to show you before we finish up with the presentation and work on your individual devices is you can go into settings and you can make it into a list, and that'll make it look like this, which might be better for a mobile device. I kind of prefer the grid settings. You can also increase the content size, which is nice. So if your glasses are across the room, you can do that. Or if you prefer things a little bit larger, you can do that. You can see everything is larger now. So we'll go back to the original settings, medium. And, oh, we're looking at the HTML. Probably don't need to do that. So let's save that. And then we'll go back, and then we'll go back into the presentation. Unless, was there anything anybody wanted to see on TouchTown or had any questions about on TouchTown?
Just how do you get in?
Oh, we'll get to that in just a moment. Just a moment. So, now would be a good time for you to, oh gosh, where is my presentation? Oh, there it is. Show from current slide. Okay, so now would be a good time for you to, let's 4 easy steps. So it's your free private gateway to your neighbors, news, activities, dining, TV, and what your community has to offer. 4 steps. So the first one is going to be to find and download the free TouchTown app on the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, a computer, which would be communityapps.com, or through amazon.com. So we'll go into that, and then the next thing you're going to do is your account already exists. It's already been created for you. Your username is going to be your first name, last name, .hs. And your password is just your birth year, 4 digits. So once you log in, as you saw, you can click on the little hamburger, if that's what it looks like, on your device to change the settings, to update your information. It more often looks like a little person, but this is what it looks like when you get in, and you saw that just a moment ago when I was going through it. And then the 4th thing you can do, I'll get you there in just a second.
Okay.
The 4th thing you can do is you browse through the app, you fill in your account details, which gets you another credit. Add a photo, see activities for the day, the week, announcements, a resident directory, once it's filled with all you guys. If you want to change your password, you contact me, and of course, reach out to me with any questions at 5204 or ajacobson@hearthstone.org.